and we're back at the North Shore of Vancouver. We're here on Mount Frome at the top at a trail called Upper Oil Can, one of the few double blacks, one of the more difficult trails here on the mountain. And I'm here because I've been having trouble riding this trail. I've ridden it before, like a year ago was the first time I think I rode all the features, but I haven't really, well, I've never cleaned the trail, and I've been having trouble doing it on my new bike. So today I thought I'd bring you guys along, and I'm going to go ride every single feature on this trail, bring you guys along, see what we're up against, and hopefully once I finish being able to ride all of these features, hopefully easily, I can finally get a clean run through the whole thing. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the trail does start off with a bit of a squirrel catcher, a bit of a warning to you if you're coming to ride this trail that things are going to be a bit tricky, a bit technical. We have this stump with this steep roller in it, and that's how we start things off. All right, so we start things off with this nice little roller. All right, so that one's pretty easy. It's a good way to start the trail off, good little warm up. And the rest of the trail, for like 2/3 the way, is all kind of like double black XC, kind of janky XC. So I'll show you a bit of that, but more or less, let's skip to the next feature. That's what we're here for. All right, so the rest of the trail is kind of just this old school, janky tech, kind of pedally, kind of cross country. Oh man, it's a little more wet than I was expecting. So this is a good one to get you ready too. It's basically an old skinny. Luckily we got some chicken wire here to keep your grip. But then you kind of do this sharp left-hander, little back wheel hop, and you're good to go. Nice. And from down here you get a bit of a better view. It's a down slope and shoo. And there is this little optional line here, but oof. Let's stick to this one. All right, so you come up, kind of janky skinny at the beginning, brakes, 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 and down. Not too bad at all. All right, so we're getting to the thick of it now. This is probably one of the easier features on the whole trail, but it's trickier than you think. So basically we have two lines here. To the right is double black, to the left is single black. Single black is just more of the same janky old trail. To the right is this wooden bridge. Starts here, you come along the bridge, you do this sort of roller coaster bit, and then down actually a pretty steep roller. It's pretty fast, and it's harsher at the bottom than you'd think. It looks like it's gonna be really smooth, but it's fast and rough. All right, so we come in off the little skinny thing, a little bit of jank here, skinny, roller coaster, and then I like to go slow here, a little bit of brakes, roller coaster, and whoo, that's fast. So here it is from the bottom. It's probably 10, 12 feet, and it's steep into some jank, and yeah, I never really make the corner very well there. But it's still pretty straightforward, pretty easy, pretty fun. All right, so what I'm walking on now is where things get real North Shore, real fast. This is the longest skinny that's on the shore, I think, and it's definitely one of the trickiest. This one gives me the most trouble. I've never cleaned the whole thing around, and you'll see why. So as you come along an uphill skinny here, you come along and you get to the first pretty tricky part. This 180-degree corner back across the skinny, which then leads you to another skinny down here, which goes down there, around to another uphill skinny that goes around a tree. Whew. So there's three parts to this skinny, this whole line, that get me. This 180-degree corner, it's scary to turn. I like to nose pivot, but then getting onto the next skinny is always like, it's dicey. Then the next sort of turn onto the next skinny, that part always makes me nervous. And then the uphill skinny, it's hard to get onto, and then you gotta pedal uphill and then bunny hop a corner. Yeah, it's hard. Okay, so I'll just quickly show you those two other spots that give me trouble. and then you know what? We'll try and ride it. I'll try and ride the whole thing, but you know, that would be the first time and on camera. I mean, what are the chances of that? So basically you come along here on the skinny again, and you take this corner and you go down here. And making this corner, this little area here, yeah, that freaks me out. And here's where it starts to get really dicey. So you finish the first skinny, yeah, awesome. And you're into another skinny, into another weird, super tight corner, and then uphill and around that tree, right there, that tree. It's hard to get around. So you come up here, this tree is in the way, and you gotta make your way over here and finally off the skinny. All right, now that we know what we're up against, let's give it a go, I guess. All right, time for some real North Shore. It would be nice if I could be a first try guy about this. Oh yeah, the uphill skinny. All right, focus. I'd like to gain a little speed here. Oh, I've done that quite a few times, and I still hate it. All right, the next crux move for me. Oh, yep, screwed it up. All right, second try, guy. Oh, whew. Third try, guy. Nope. All right, fourth try, guy. Oy. Yes. All right. Can I include this? Can I? Nope. Oh, some speed, because you need to. Oh no. Oh, this corner is so hard to make. Here, oh, it slipped. I slipped. All right, so pretend I cleaned that. Yep, cleaned it good. Come here and pedal, 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 pedal. Oh, I slipped. Pedal. Yes. Oh, yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kind of gross, but it counts. Whew. All right, next up, I think, is the most iconic feature on this trail. That's Big Smooth. Okay, here it is. All right, so what I have behind me here is probably the most famous feature on this trail, at least the most iconic, and probably the one that's the highest scariness to difficulty ratio, in that it looks really scary, but it's definitely easier than it looks. Let's see, it is this big rock roll. Oh, and it starts way up there. So it's not just a rock roll. You have kind of a skinny ladder bridge going uphill to right there. That's where you drop in. And then once you get up here, it's actually kind of a bit to the left. You gotta go down here and then snake your way sort of around this tree. And another thing is too, I actually need to do a bit of a hop so that my chainring doesn't hit that. But I promise, it's easier than it looks, and it's actually super fun. Whoop. All right, so up here. And down. Not too bad at all. Whew, fast though. All right, we've pretty much made it to the end of the trail, and to my least least favorite feature. It's one it's scary and it doesn't look like it should be scary, and it always ends up being easy, but the consequences are kind of high. And well, let's take a look at it. So you come along the trail, nothing too crazy, and you do this little skinny up to the rock. So not too bad there. But once you get to the rock, it's not a roll. Well, it is, but it's a skinny on the other side. And it's not directly lined up. You gotta kind of turn onto it. And the thing that makes it worst of all, the reason it always gets me, is all these rocks are kind of loose and jangly. Always freak me out as I'm coming over the rock and trying to get onto the skinny. But it's the last feature. Let's get it done. Okay. There we go. All right, so that was the one that was actually the most worried about. We did it, we made it to the bottom of the trail, but I've still got some more things to show you guys that I've finally done. I hadn't even done them on my bike, any bike I owned before. I just did them recently on this bike. I'm feeling good, but you know what? I am gonna get a clean run of this trail, and one day I'll post it to Instagram or somewhere. I promise I'm gonna link all those features together. First try, probably, maybe one day. All right, this next trail is how I've been finishing off my rides lately, and it's pretty special. One I've wanted to ride for a while. It's called Iminator, and it's pretty special because of these things, these little guys. Those things, skinnies. And here is the famous feature on the trail. And down. Oh, yep. All right, so once you finish the roller coaster, I think that's more or less the crux move on the trail. You still got a few more skinnies, ooh, like that skinny drop to go. And then you got this one. The nice thing about this trail is it's low consequence, it's flat, so you can session it, and ooh, it feels awesome to get it done. And that's it. Iminator. All right, we did it. We cleaned a bunch of features that I just either never done or just recently done on a 29er. So it's really sweet to get those all together. And then the next step is linking them all together. That's gonna be something, maybe its own video where I just ride the whole thing all at once. But I just wanna say thanks. Thanks to everyone who's supporting the channel on Patreon. It's helping a ton, keeps the channel going. If you want to join our Discord, get these videos a week early and sometimes extended, and stickers, all those kinds of things, go check out the Patreon. And thanks for everyone for helping the channel get to 50K. It's really surreal. It's weird how many people are into what I'm doing, but I'm super grateful for it. I definitely don't take that for granted at all. For some reason, a lot of people are really interested in the videos I make, and well, that's really awesome. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.